Binge and Purge. Binge and Purge. Binge and Purge.
Hello and welcome to Binge or Purge streaming reviews. I am your host, Dimo. My co-host is Joe Taylor. This is episode 80.
Welcome back, Dimo. Good to see you again.
Good to see you, Joseph.
Hey, real quick, I have a PSA.
Yeah?
I know we have a commercial later.
We do.
Do you sleep with your phone next to your bed?
I sleep with my phone next to my head.
Like in your bed?
Yeah, it's basically my lover.
Oh. Well, here's why I bring it up. Because I've been up since 5:45 this morning. Because I woke up, and rather than just rolling over and going back to sleep, I looked at my phone screen. And, you know, when you're in bed, you hold it 3 inches in front of your face. There's something with, like, the blue light or something. I don't know what it is, but there is no going back to sleep after that. It's happened to me 3 or 4 times now where I've woken up in basically the middle of the night, look at my phone, and then I'm just awake for the rest of the day.
Really?
Yeah. It messes with your sleep. That's all I'm saying.
I'm sure it does. It messes with everything, man.
Right.
But
Social skills.
I can go right back to sleep. If I was in the Ukraine right now, I'd be sleeping through the war.
Wow, too soon.
Nothing stops me from sleeping. You go, oh, people go, I don't want to call you and wake you up. Don't worry about it. I'm going right back to bed after I check my phone.
See, I can't do that. If I look at it for 1 second, even just to see what time it is, I'm up for the rest of the day.
I will say this. If I do wake up, I still want to check the phone. It's like some Pavlovian thing where I got, oh, okay, let me check Instagram. Why?
Yeah.
Go back to bed, you idiot.
Anyway, so be careful with that, folks. That blue light stuff messes with your sleep, I think. Maybe not for Demo, but anyway. All right, I'll get off my soapbox.
That's a great way to open the show, Joe.
Yeah. It's informational.
Okay,
right.
great. Congratulations. All right, before we get into any reviews, I want to go over shows that we have reviewed and their status. Last episode, I reviewed Peacemaker on HBO Max, which I told you to watch. I said it was a binge.
I started watching it. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Okay, picked up for season 2.
Okay.
Okay, another show that I like, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. The 4th season has premiered, and they have announced that the 5th will be its final season.
Because they've won every Emmy and Golden Globe.
I guess so. I mean, it's getting played out. I've watched the first couple episodes. It's okay, but I'm like, hit the big time, Madge. Let's do it. Midge. You know who I'm talking about. Be famous already. You know, let's get going.
Yeah.
I don't want you, like, playing in the same nightclub all the time. Like, come on, get going.
Well, you had me at Tony Shalhoub.
Tony Shalhoub is great.
Yeah.
Okay, Stranger Things. Season 4 will premiere in 2 parts on May 27th, and then part 2 on July 1st. Season 5 will also be its final season.
5's about enough.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to be in college. Right. You know what I mean?
That premiered in, I think, 2014.
2016.
Do you even want to watch that show? Stranger Things seems like a nothing at this point. Are you excited for it? I'm going to watch it, but are you excited?
Well, I'll tell you this. I went to their drive-in experience here in L.A.
Yeah, how was that?
It was awesome. It was right at the beginning of COVID, and so you really couldn't do anything. So they had, like, you go drive your car through this parking structure, and it's like kind of like a haunted house thing. You end up on the top, and they do this big show. Yeah, it was cool. So I like Stranger Things a lot. I'm looking forward to it, yes.
Okay, good.
But I wouldn't, 5's enough.
Whatever, they're going to milk it. Considering Netflix, like, kills their babies so soon, it's amazing that they're going to get 5 seasons out of this. Now, the thing that I just finished was part 1 of season 4 of Ozark.
Yeah.
Did you watch it all? Are you all caught up?
Yep.
I fucking love this show, man.
Yeah.
It is so awesome. And we're not going to do a review of it again. We've already reviewed the show. We've already said how much we love it. But I got to tell you, man, it's just so great.
Yeah.
And this season, 7 episodes. Jason Bateman, Laura Linney, and Julia Garner destroy.
Laura Linney really comes through on this latest half season. I mean, she was good to begin with, but she steals the show for most of this season, I think.
I think Ruth, though, is amazing.
Oh,
Ruth
yeah.
Langmore and
Yeah.
what she goes through. We don't want to get fully into it. I just wanted to say it's awesome. If you haven't watched Ozark, you need to. We love it. And part 2 of season 4, The End, premieres April 29th.
There's 7 more coming.
There's
is
7
that-
more
okay.
coming. So awesome, dude. I
Yeah.
can't say awesome many more times about it, but I am. Awesome.
Yes.
Ozark.
Binge.
All right, let's get into a review. What do you got?
Okay, miniseries on Peacock called Wolf Like Me. Now this stars Josh Gad and Isla Fisher. You know who her husband is?
Sacha Baron Cohen. I'm
Yeah.
going to talk about that in a minute.
Okay. It's really the two of them and then Josh Gad's daughter, who's played by Ariel Donahue. She's, I don't know, 8 years old or something.
A little older than that, maybe.
Maybe. But it's basically the 3 of them. There's not anyone really noteworthy besides that. I had no idea what this was. I knew it was about a single dad meeting kind of a random woman, and that's kind of enough drama right there. Again, knowing nothing about what this was, boy, was I surprised. It went a completely different direction than what I thought I was about to watch. 6 episodes, about half an hour long. It's not a hard watch. Do what I did. Go into it not having any idea what it is, because it was surprising, to say the least.
All right. I watched this in one day.
Yeah?
Yeah. And I sort of knew by the title. You know what I mean? It's called Wolf Like Me. And we're just going to leave it there. But I mean, come on.
I thought it was a weird title, like Little Fires Everywhere, or like there's weird titles for stuff now. It doesn't necessarily.
I gotcha. Okay. But in the first episode, you sort of get the premise, right?
Yeah.
You can either buy the first episode and go with it, or this show's not for you. I thought it was going to be more of a comedy. This is more of a drama. Didn't you think? I mean,
At least.
At least. It's very serious and deals with some heavy issues. I thought, oh, Josh Gad, it's going to be kind of quirky and a little goofy, and it's not. It's a real relationship show.
Do you think it's supposed to be a metaphor?
Of course.
Yeah.
It's about loss and dealing with grief.
And for
And acceptance.
accepting people for who they are.
Yeah, definitely. If you're in a relationship with someone that you love and they got this one thing that bugs you, and you're like, I'm going to look past this. I think that's what this metaphor is. It's like, hey, it has like a third nipple or something. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm going to have to work past this. I love this person so much. So that's sort of what this is.
Interesting comparison.
Not that I have a third nipple, you know?
Okay.
But you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It's like you love someone despite their flaws.
Yeah. And we shouldn't say any more about it, but it definitely hammers that point home.
The reason to watch this, though, I think, are the performances.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say everyone's really good in this?
Yeah. I mean, the girl is, the little girl plays a little girl, but Josh Gad and Isla Fisher are both just, I mean, this has to be nominated for some stuff, I would think.
I doubt it. I don't think there's much buzz for it.
No?
I looked up, is there going to be a season 2? And it's still on the fence. And here's the thing. Even if there isn't a season 2, you can watch this and it feels like a complete story. You're not going to be like, oh, why did I sit through this? I don't know what's going to happen next. It feels a cohesive ending is achieved.
I thought it was based on a book, but I can't find anything that says it's based on a book.
It's not based on a book.
The second Google search, you know how it starts to autofill, says, is it based on a true story?
I don't think so. If it is...
Hey, you never know, man. Things are getting weird out there.
I got to talk about Isla Fisher, though.
Yeah.
All right. I'm a big fan of hers. I think she's awesome.
Ever since Wedding Crashers.
Right? Great. I know for a fact from my good buddy, she's the shit. Like the coolest there is.
Oh, okay.
He was a production assistant on a movie she was in, and he ended up becoming her personal assistant on that movie. He had to drive her around all the time. And as he told me, her and her husband are salt of the earth people. I have never met 2 more cooler people in Hollywood.
No kidding.
And her husband, as we said, is Sacha Baron Cohen.
Yeah, Borat.
Borat says they're the best.
That's interesting. They kind of stay out of the, well, especially him. Like, he is notorious for not even going on talk shows as himself, I don't think. Maybe recently.
Very rarely.
Yeah.
Look at my buddy. I trust his word on everything. He's a great guy. He would not lie to me and make up something. So Isla Fisher, woohoo. Okay.
So what do you think about the show?
I thought it lagged in spots. I thought maybe you could have almost made this into a movie.
Yeah.
As it is, it's only really 3 hours.
Could have been
6
2.
half hours. Could have been 2 hours. But it's good. It's not great. It's good.
Yeah. I'm going to say that it's worth watching. I say it's a binge. What do you
I say it's a binge.
All right. Wolf Like Me on Peacock. 6 half-hour episodes. Dimo and I both say it's a binge. I had something planned. There was a lot of promotion for Marry Me on Netflix. This is Owen Wilson and Jennifer Lopez. She plays basically herself, and he's like a high school teacher that's in the audience, and she finds out she's getting cheated on and just randomly marries this guy. Kind of starts as a PR stunt. You know, you saw the promotions for it.
I zoned right out.
Okay.
I get the idea, some random guy in the crowd, and and she's like a superstar or something.
Yeah, she kind of plays herself. This got a lot of promotion, a lot of billboards, at least around here. It came out right around Valentine's Day, right before Valentine's Day. I knew what I was getting into. It was what you thought it was going to be. It was cute, I guess. I don't know if we use that word on this show.
It's a Jennifer Lopez rom-com.
It's a complete rom-com.
Right, that's it. Let me guess. The supporting cast has got quirky comedians in it.
It's got some people in it, yeah.
Right.
But here's the thing. Valentine's Day at this point was at least 2 weeks ago. I don't want to review this. It's
You
too
don't
late.
have to. Here's the thing. I don't want you to review it.
Okay.
I don't care about this one bit. If you think it's worth it, by all means, I'll sit here and listen and go, yeah. But personally, I couldn't care less.
I'm not even going to say binge or purge. I'm just going to say it's pretty easy to tell what this thing is. If you like it, go watch it. But we're not going to binge it or purge it. I want to do something different instead.
Okay,
I
cool.
want to throw you a curveball.
Great.
There's something else on Netflix that I would say watch instead. Kristen Bell. You like Kristen Bell?
We had this discussion 2 episodes ago with Queen Pins.
Yeah,
Right?
she's awesome.
I know you love her.
She's funny. There's a parody show on Netflix called, now brace yourself, The Woman in the House Across the Street from the Girl in the Window.
All right, I gotcha.
That's the title.
That's all I need to hear.
Yeah, and it's just what it sounds like. It's a parody of all these true crime things. Here's how it's described. A parody on those crime shows, books, and movies involving a woman suddenly questioning her sanity while coping with something and trying to solve a crime. So she's basically sitting in her house drinking wine during the day and thinks her new neighbor killed his wife. The new neighbor is played by Tom Riley. He's a handsome single dad. Or is he a single dad? Or is he a murderer, you know?
Ooh, the mystery.
Yeah, it's a mystery. She's very funny, of course. There's a lot of really good tropes in there. Like, if you've ever watched some of these crime shows, like the true crime, I know you probably don't watch a lot of Lifetime television, but this is a real send-up. Or maybe you do, I don't know. This is a real send-up of all of that genre, and they do a pretty good job of it.
Like Mother May I Sleep with Danger.
Yeah, that kind of
That
stuff.
Tori Spelling classic from the 90s.
Yeah,
That was a Lifetime movie.
No, it wasn't. It was an NBC movie of the week.
I always get my Lifetimes confused with my Hallmarks.
Yeah.
Then I remember Hallmark is strictly Christmas.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That's pretty much it. Lifetime has some like murder involved occasionally, right? They'll push the boundaries a little bit in the drama.
Yeah. That's more the true crime type of stuff, I think. This show was created by Rachel Romrus, Hugh Davidson, and Larry Dorff. They're a producing team. In 2017, they made a show called Nobodies. Did you ever see that?
Nope.
Okay. Well, the 3 of them are back together again, and they're very cohesive, apparently, and that's why they keep working together. So that's who's behind the show.
Cool.
This is funny. It's original. It's creative. I love when there's a parody. The only thing I can think of that compares to it is, do you remember when Will Ferrell and Kristen Wiig did a Lifetime movie? It was called The Adoption.
It was called A Deadly Adoption.
They played
No.
it totally straight, but like you can't look at either of them and not laugh. Just even if they're playing it totally straight, it's funny. So this is kind of like that. She plays it pretty straight. There's some good gags in it, some good parody stuff. The Woman in the House Across the Street from the Girl in the Window.
How many episodes?
8 episodes, about half an hour apiece. It's an easy watch. It's not something you need to like sit down and turn all the lights off and get your popcorn out for. It's more like a, if you're cleaning the kitchen, put it on in the background type of thing. I mean, it's worth seeing, you know, to sit there for 4 hours. I don't know. I'm on the fence about this. Have you seen any of it?
Nothing. 0. Want me to decide for you?
I'm a little perplexed is all, because the gag is good. This is another one of those things where it would have been a good movie.
Right.
Hour and 48 minutes would have been great. 4 hours, it kind of drags out the gag. It leans a little bit too much into the actual seriousness of the plot and turns into like, not Gone Girl, but that type of thing where they want you to invest in the mystery of it and not the fact that it's a spoof. I don't know, man. If you haven't seen it, I guess you can't really weigh in. I'll tell you what. Well, no, go ahead.
You'll have to decide.
Okay.
You'll have to decide.
Were you going to say something? I thought you had something.
I had something else, but we'll get to that in a second because this just reminded me of something I wanted to talk at I'll do it right now.
Okay.
Okay. Murderville. Speaking of parodies,
yeah.
right? You were extolling the virtues of Murderville. Yeah. I watched 4 of the 6 episodes.
Yeah.
The Marshawn Lynch one is the one to watch.
You think so?
I thought so.
Well, you haven't seen the last one with Ken Jeong yet.
The 2 that I didn't see were Kumail Nanjiani and Ken Jeong. I watched the other 4, the Sharon Stone one. Everyone's got their thing in it where I'm like, okay, this is worth seeing. My thing is this. I enjoyed trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
But it's like investigation for like toddlers. I mean, all the clues are like right there. Okay, I got it. And then, you figure it out. But what I do like is when like the stars totally blow it. They don't get it right.
Oh,
you know
they break. I mean? Oh, yeah.
Where they blow it. Like Sharon Stone like was like, oh, I felt like this. I go, you felt that this person might be the murderer?
Right.
When all these clues were like fed to you?
Yeah.
Oh, Sharon.
The Conan one was great because his logic was so bizarre. And they were like, that makes 0 sense.
But he got it.
But he got it right.
I like the thing with the hot sauce. I don't want to give a lot away.
Yeah.
Look, it's worth watching. I wanted to mention at the beginning of the show. I forgot to put it in my notes. And then you said parody. And I was like, parody? Of course, Murderville. So thank you for the recommendation. Yeah. It's very enjoyable.
Everyone I've recommended that to has said the same thing. They've really liked it.
And you don't have to sit down and do them all at once. They're fun little like, oh, let's do a Murderville for half an hour. They're like little treats.
Yeah. The Kumail Nanjiani one is good. The Ken Jeong one, he can barely keep a straight face the whole time.
I just wanted to say, yes, congratulations. I appreciate your recommendation for Murderville.
My favorite thing about it is that Will Arnett just antagonizes the guest because they really don't know what's going on, and he just tries to get them to break character. He's got ice in his veins. He will not break character.
He's a great improviser.
Yeah.
All right, get back to this, though. The woman in the house across the street from the girl in the window, you can't decide.
The woman in the house across the street from the girl in the window.
Yeah, what I just said.
I know it's fun to say, though, because it's so long. On Netflix, the Kristen Bell Factor, I got to give it a binge.
All right.
Okay, you got something now?
Yeah, I do. I have a new show. I want to preface, there are 9 episodes of this. I've only watched the first 5. It's on HBO and HBO Max, so it's a weekly show. It is The Gilded Age. This is not my bag, man.
I've
not
never heard
my
of this.
bag at all. It's basically American Downton Abbey. Now, I can let you know right off the bat, I have watched 0.0 seconds of Downton Abbey. The whole, period piece, costume drama.
Is it in France?
No, it's not in France. It's
starring Pepe Le Pew.
Yeah. We're having a party. We'll be coming to my party. It'll be a splendid affair.
Oh, transatlantic accents.
Well, no, it's all in American. That's why it's saving graces. I'm ripping on this, but I love this show. I'm thoroughly enjoying this. And I am not the crowd. And it was created by Julian Fellows. He's the man who created Downton Abbey. It's just him taking it and putting it in America.
Just copy paste.
Copy paste. If it's a hit there, it'll be a hit here. This was supposed to be on NBC. It didn't work out that way. HBO picked it up. I'm loving it.
Wow.
And I'm completely surprised by it. It takes place in the Gilded Age, hence the title. And I'm like,
What's
what the
that?
hell is the Gilded Age?
The 20s?
No, it's the late 19th century. It's pretty much from 1870 to 1900. So like the last 30 years of the 19th century, it's like with robber barons and the explosion of the railroad, and America's getting rich.
Okay.
And the premise of this is it's new money versus old money. Like you got the uptight Americans that have had money since the Mayflower came over, right? They are like, I am American and I have all the money. And now you got these new people coming in. They're like tech people. Like, oh, you're a tech giant now with your new money. But they're like railroad people. And there's all this rivalry. It's like, I don't associate with the new rich. And it's like, how can I associate with the old rich and be one of them? It's so ridiculous because it's all about rich people squabbling over rich people crap. But it's very entertaining. Now I got to get who's in it. Sorry. It stars Carrie Coon, Morgan Spector, Louisa Jacobson, Meryl Streep's daughter, Danae Benton, Cynthia Nixon, and Christine Baranski. Side note, Christine Baranski, huge Buffalo Bills fan. So I'm already in.
Well, she's also, I loved that show, The Good Wife. She was incredible in The Good Wife.
Yeah,
too.
she's great. And she's playing the real, uptight, like, I don't associate with that kind. Like the subtext of every one of her lines is F you.
Now, is this, what part of the country is this like?
New York City.
Okay, so it's not like debutante Southern plantation type. There's none of that type of stuff.
No, it's rich New York assholes.
Oh, okay.
And like I said, man, I was like, I'm not going to watch this. I looked at the previews and I was like, not for me. The costume drama, period piece thing. I don't know. Maybe it's because they're speaking, in American and it's easy for me to follow.
Do you mean English?
Well, no, I mean American accents. Obviously, they're speaking English, but they're speaking English in Downton Abbey, but it's all, I know that I'm doing my bad French. I know, look, what do you want from me? I think we've realized from listening to this show enough that I don't know how to do accents or sounds. I'm terrible. Pronunciations. I'm terrible. I can't read names. Whatever.
So there's no it's just kind of hoity-toity. It's not like a weird accent.
No, but it's it's upper crust aristocratic BS.
Okay.
It's like, we'll be coming to my affair. Splendid affair you put on today. I'll be sure to tell the commoners about it.
I don't know if you're selling it or you're making it sound kind of obnoxious.
It is. I don't know. It's cheesy. It's cheesy.
Okay.
I mean, I think if you're a fan of Downton Abbey, you either will really like this or go, oh, it's no Downton Abbey. I can't watch that. Like, I don't know.
I don't like the influence this show's had on you. I can tell you that right now.
No. I don't know, man. It's fun. Now, at the beginning, you're going to get bombarded with names, and you got to do IMDb. You got to put the actor's face with the character's name, put it on the graph, see where they interconnect. Oh, yeah, okay, I know who they're talking about. Because it's a lot. And you're like, I'm never going to be able to follow this stuff. But then you get it, figure it all out, and it's easy to follow. I thought it would be convoluted and whatever, but I get it. Morgan Spector plays like the new rich robber baron kind of guy. He's great. Everyone's really good in this, but he's the best character.
Now, I have a serious question for you.
Yeah.
When you watch this, do you wear a tuxedo or some kind of costume?
I put on my best bib and tucker, thank you.
Your pantaloons? Yeah. Or what? I don't know what they wore back then.
Some people are complaining about that the CGI in it is bad, and I'm like, if you're watching this, because
why is there CGI?
Exactly. Why is there? Because the wide shots of like New York and stuff.
Oh.
What do you want? What do you want? You're not watching that. You're watching it for the subtext of like F you. No. F you. Oh, no, F you more.
Like the Grey Poupon guy? Is that what this is kind of
Yes, this is definitely HBO's version of the Grey Poupon commercials.
Okay, well, there you have it, folks.
Right? There you go. By the way, I should mention the first episode is an hour and 21 minutes. So if you're into it after that point, keep going. Right? If you're out, you're out.
That's basically
You're
a
not
movie.
going to watch this. It was like a movie. That's what I'm saying. They want to get you going on it, right? Joe, you're not going to watch this. I know you're not. You're not going to, and I'm not asking you to.
Okay.
I'm just saying I am surprised that me, Dimo, is watching and enjoying The Gilded Age, something that is not made for me whatsoever, but I'm having a fun time with it. And what do you want? It's a binge.
There you have it. The Gilded Age on HBO. Dimo says it's a binge. So, hey, I've got some good news, or we both do. A lot of doors have been opening for our podcast lately.
Really?
Yeah, and it's because of our new sponsor. Do you want to read the spot?
Ah, yes. Thank you for that wonderful lead-in, Joe.
You're welcome.
Because you want to know why?
Why?
Our sponsor is Keys. Not Keys on Van Nuys, the ones in your pocket.
Little local, but go on.
Well, I don't want to confuse anybody thinking all of a sudden we're getting Keys on Van Nuys money.
Oh, yeah, no. Well, that's spelled differently.
No, we're getting the things that go jingle, jangle, jingle.
Actual physical keys.
Yes.
That's our new sponsor.
That is, and let me tell you all about them.
Please do.
Yes, Keys. Say goodbye to having to knock first.
Oh, yeah.
right? You just walk right in.
Save some time.
You know, you go over your girlfriend's like, I have the keys now, babe. You know what I'm saying?
Kind of creepy, but yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
Go on.
Keys for when you got to do a bump of whatever that stuff is you won't shut up about.
Not me, just whoever.
Yeah, no condono. I don't condone any of this.
No.
But I'm just saying, in a pinch, you can do a little bump on your keys. I don't know where I'm going with this.
Okay.
I have no idea. What did I even write here? What is this copy? Keys. Always the last place you look,
Oh, that's true.
right?
You know, I wanted to say, too, they actually sent us some samples, and I've been using keys now since they sent us the samples. They're great.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
They're flavored. They're wintergreen.
Oh, wonderful. What else we got here? Keys. You can use them to murder someone, right?
I guess.
I'm not saying you can slit someone's throat with them, but if you jam it just in the right spot in the eye multiple times, I'm sure someone's been murdered by keys.
If you're in a parking garage, you'd rather have them than not have them. You do the little Wolverine thing.
Thank you. You do the Wolverine thing, man, right? Come on.
See, I watched the X-Men stuff.
Very good. I can't believe you made a comic book reference.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you. Keys. Get them before they get replaced by your eyeballs.
Oh, yeah. They're probably going to be a thing of the past at some point.
Exactly. Keys. Great for when you really want to open that thing that's locked.
That should be their slogan, yeah.
I think that is since the
I think
beginning
you're
of time.
you're proving today you've got a future in marketing.
I do. Definitely. I just want to go on record. You wrote some of these. So we're both guilty for this crap copy.
Okay, all right.
All right? We've both played our part in how bad this is. I don't really want to say anymore because they're all bad. Right?
Well, do our listeners get a discount or something, right?
Yeah, just go to your local locksmith. Why pay $3 when you can pay $1 by mentioning Binge or Purge?
If you want to really confuse your locksmith. Did you say the one about often copied, never imitated, or something
That
like that?
you just did.
Okay.
That's great. Yeah. Okay.
All
Can
right,
I
folks.
say what I? Okay. Just.
How about you stab me in the
Okay.
eye with a key right
All
now?
right. Here we go. Thank you, Keys. We couldn't have done this spot without you.
Yeah.
All right. Let's
Okay.
move on.
All right. Moving on. I've got something I didn't tell you about. It's a little bit of a surprise. I think I was going to do something else, but I love finding stuff that people haven't heard of.
Yeah, including me. And
Including Dimo. This is a Hulu show. Now, I don't think you've heard of it. Maybe you have. It's called Single Drunk Female.
Yes. I saw the promos for it when I'm watching, guess what? Pam and Tommy, which will be reviewed at a later date. But they've been
Okay.
plugging Single Drunk Female like
Yeah.
crazy. I thought it's on Freeform.
Well,
And then Hulu is showing it, right?
okay.
Okay.
Here's the thing. Probably, I didn't look into it very much on purpose because I wanted to be able to review it. And if I knew it was on something else, I want plausible deniability because I wanted to review it.
Okay.
I still don't know what Freeform is anyway. Is that like an app on the Roku?
It was ABC Family.
Oh, okay. I didn't.
ABC Family rebranded themselves as Freeform.
Okay, I thought it was like a premium channel or an app thing or something. So I thought it still counted. Can I review it anyway?
It's on Hulu. Go
Okay.
for it. You seem excited about it.
I
So
am
I'm not
excited.
going to stop you.
Who knows what the rules even are anymore? Because everything's on TV and streaming the day after. So it's
Our
hard to
rules
even
went out after our second episode. Come on,
Yeah.
let's go.
Okay.
Do it.
Single Drunk Female. This is quite the show. It comes out weekly. There's currently 7 episodes out. They're half an hour long. This stars Sophia Black D'Elia, like Chris D'Elia, but actually I went on Twitter for the first time almost ever, and a lot of people were asking if she's related to Chris D'Elia because, his dad is a director.
Producer.
Yeah.
Yep.
No mention of it, so probably not related. Also no denial, so who knows. You would have seen her maybe in The Mick. Remember that show with Caitlin Olsen?
Vaguely. It was on Fox.
Yeah.
Right?
The Night Of, which was on HBO that we loved
Oh, yeah.
a long time ago. And Gossip Girl, I've never seen, but apparently she was in that.
Don't lie to me.
Well, okay. She's been in a bunch of stuff. Not stuff that we probably would have watched, but
I see it's also got Ali Sheedy.
yeah, I'm getting there.
Sorry, I know it's your review. Proceed.
Now, the only people that I really recognize from this, because I wasn't familiar with her, but by the way, ooh la la, speaking of French phrases, oh my gosh, I fell in love with this girl.
Oh, good to know.
Yeah, she's very charming and very pretty, but also she's a recovering alcoholic.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's if you're
It's
into
right
that
up your alley.
if you're into that genre, You're into that genre.
If we're not going to give away Wolf Like Me, we're not going to give away that. So
Right. Anyway, she's very, 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 very good in this. And the people that I recognized, John Glazer plays her.
John Glazer, he used to do all the skits on Conan.
On Conan. He was also a writer on the Dana Carvey show.
Yes.
And he was on Pretend Time and some other stuff. So he's a familiar face. It took me a minute to place him, but he's great. Also, Madeline Wise. I recognized her from an HBO show that we both loved. She played Pete Holmes' girlfriend on Crashing.
Oh, right.
Looks like Popeye's wife, kind of.
Olive oil.
Yeah, she has a very unique look.
Yes.
She's in this. So other than that, I didn't recognize a lot of people, but it doesn't matter. The lady that plays her mom is really good. She's got a female sponsor. There's a lot of interesting stuff in this. There's a lot of like diversity stuff, but it's not for the sake of diversity. It's just a very interesting group of
it's
people.
It's a well-rounded cast.
Yeah, it is. And I don't like it when they force that stuff, but it just is very representative of what I would imagine that environment is like as far as the different types of people and stuff. So single drunk female, and they stylize it. They cross out drunk because she's
recovering.
Yeah, so it just says single female. But she also starts trying to go out on dates and stuff. Again, there's 7 of them out right now. Apparently, it does come out on TV before it's on Hulu. I have no idea if Freeform is on normal TV or not.
Question for you.
Yeah.
How would you compare this with Louder Milk? Wow, what was it? Louder
Milk?
Louder Milk. Thank you. I forget.
Same show.
Same show.
Female version.
Okay. It just popped into my brain.
Yep.
And I know you loved that, so.
Same exact thing.
Okay.
I loved Louder Milk.
You did.
I love Ron Livingston, and if I had to pick between Ron Livingston and Sophia Black D'Elia,
I hope I know who you're going to pick.
She's much prettier. I looked her up because I'm a weirdo. You know who she's dating? Henry Joost.
Who's that?
Directed Paranormal Activity. He's a pretty well-known director.
They just got married last October.
Can I just say, before you give your verdict on this, I don't think I'm going to be able to edit out all the sirens going on in this episode. There's been a 4-alarm fire going on this whole time. If I manage to have cut all the sirens out, I'll cut this out as well. But I doubt it's going to work out that way. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of like, what was that? Oh my God. I guess I think that people are going to worry like the building is on fire. That's how loud these sirens have been.
There was a helicopter next door, like circling the building next door, and like 6 cop cars before you got here. So it was worse earlier. Single drunk female on Hulu. It's coming out weekly now, so get caught up. There's probably only going to be, I don't know, maybe 3 more of this first season. Haven't heard about a second season yet, but I imagine they're going to keep going. It's an absolute binge.
Thank you for the pleasant surprise, Joseph. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
My turn. Thank you. I don't know why I've
You
turned
gotta
into
stop watching these weird shows.
Dude, I've lost it, man. I've been up since like 6, and I'm a goof today. I apologize, everybody.
Because you looked at your phone right when you woke up.
I did look at my phone, and I couldn't put it down.
Told you.
Get on that Instagram and those stories. What do you watch more? Look at the photos or do the stories?
Not the stories, no.
Oh, really?
No.
I find myself looking at the stories first.
I actually have a comment on that coming up.
Okay.
So I'll save it.
Okay, great. I didn't know we were going to discuss Instagram in depth today, but I guess we'll wait.
I told you I had some curveballs today.
Well, all right, fine. All right. Let's get going here. I have a movie, Joe.
Oh, good.
It just came out on HBO Max, and here's what I love about it, and probably the only thing I love about it. It's 1 hour and 29 minutes. It is Kimi, directed by Steven Soderbergh. Great pedigree, right?
Now, how's it spelled?
Not Spielberg, dumbass.
No, Kimi.
Oh, Kimi.
Thanks, Dimo.
Yeah, Kimi. Now, Kimi is a version of Siri and Alexa.
Oh, okay. All right.
If you are listening to this right now, I want to say, Alexa, play Binge or Purge podcast.
Alexa. Alexa, order a couch.
Alexa, order the most expensive couch you can and a bottle of Dom Perignon and Cristal. Lots of Cristal.
Did you hear that story? There was a girl that kept telling Alexa to order cookies, and she got like 200 boxes of cookies delivered.
Probably.
Probably happens all the time.
I'm sure it does.
Anyway.
Okay. So the premise of this is, you got Kimi. She's like Siri, Alexa. And this is a COVID-inspired thriller because it completely takes place during the lockdown. Everyone's got their masks on. Everybody's inside. I'm sure Soderbergh, and by the way, David Koepp, he wrote it. David Koepp, he's written everything.
Okay.
He's directed before. Sadly, he is credited with writing Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
They didn't change that to Alfred Smithy or whatever.
I would have.
Yeah.
I would have. I'm like, I had no part in this whatsoever. I don't even know how to write. I have no fingers. Anyway, Soderbergh and Koepp, I'm sure they got together and want to make something. And they go, what can we do with minimal locations? Okay, minimal actors. All right, let's do it. We'll do a COVID thriller. Now it stars Zoe Kravitz. She's the lead. Brian Bowers, stand-up comedian. I've seen several times. He was a surprise showing up in this.
Really?
Yeah.
Is he from?
I'm sorry, Byron. I always mess that up.
Oh, is he from around here?
Yeah, he's an LA comic.
Oh,
He's funny.
Byron Bowers.
Yeah, Byron Bowers. You've seen him. And then also starring in a very small part, Derek Del Gaudio from...
I don't think that's how you pronounce
It is. I double-checked before this.
Derek Del Guardio.
Derek Del Gaudio. I know it's right.
Okay.
I've double-checked this, triple-checked, quadruple-checked Derek Del Gaudio.
Okay.
Anyway, from In and of Itself, which we say huge binge.
Right.
We all know that. He's an illusionist. This is a tech thriller, like I said, set during the COVID lockdown. I'm watching it, and I'm like, is Zoe Kravitz ever going to leave her apartment? I mean, they get well into this. I go, is this a one-act play? Go outside.
Well, I was going to ask you, do they film it is it like screenshot film? Because there was a couple of COVID movies they just
this is all slick, very polished looking. Soderbergh, great camera work. He does good stuff. This is no slouch. But this thing is just, you see everything coming a mile away. Like at the beginning, they show a nail gun, and you're like, gee, I wonder if the nail gun's going to show up at the end of the movie.
Right.
Spoiler alert, right? So Zoe Kravitz, she works for the company that makes Kimi, and her job is she gets files that come in, recordings from Kimi that Kimi doesn't know how to answer.
Troubleshooting.
Yes. Thank you, Joseph. Good work. So she troubleshoots. She comes across a recording of a murder.
Oh, okay, that's kind of a cool inciting event or whatever.
Right,
call it.
but she's an agoraphobic in addition to it being COVID. So the whole thing is she's forced to then go out and deal with this whole thing. This is just like a sandwich, and you go, where's the meat? Where's the meat? It's a lot of cheese. There's mustard, there's mayo, but I'm like, where's the meat? I feel like Clara Peller. Where's the beef?
Yeah.
That's for people that are 88 years old now.
Right.
It looks good. It's only an hour and a half. Zoe Kravitz is good. The performances are fine, but it's just, you're never really there's no twists in it. You're not like, oh, wow, I didn't see. You see everything coming, man.
Oh, it's predictable.
It's so predictable. There's no real surprises. You're like, gee, I wonder if she's going to use Kimi to her advantage. Spoiler alert. I'm sorry. Hey, you know where it's going. This is something where I'm on the fence because it's well made for what it is. And like I said, there's no real commitment to it. It's an hour and a half. It's short. I went, oh my God, hour and a half. I'm on board. Let's do it, Kimi.
We got to get you off this
Kimi.
Downton Abbey show.
Kimi, get me a short movie. I have one for you. It's Kimi.
Oh, yeah, I get it.
Yeah. See, there you go. Anyway, Kimi on HBO Max. I'm going to go Purge. Look, I could have gone either way on this. I just went with Purge because that's what popped in my brain. I just made the decision.
Watch something else is what you're saying.
Yeah, or watch this if you want.
But watch it on a plane or something.
Oh, yeah, this is a plane movie all the way. You know what this is great for? Your phone. This is a phone movie.
Interesting that you say that.
Really? Are we going to talk about phones again, Joseph?
I have an honorable mention.
Oh.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but technically, Instagram TV is a streaming service. So I have
What's Instagram TV?
Well, there's stuff on there. It's not stories, but it's like 3 or 4 minute long videos.
On Instagram?
Yeah.
Under Reels?
No, not Reels. I'll tell you where you can find one.
Oh, wait a minute. I know. It's that tab I never click on. I know what you're talking about. Sorry,
Okay.
folks. He's right. I'm wrong.
Okay, so
Proceed.
you know the comedian Kyle Dunnigan.
Yeah.
He does the deep fake impression. So he'll put, I don't know how they do it, but it's some kind of CGI where he'll have, he does a lot of different people, but Biden, for example, he'll put his face on him and his mouth moves and his eyes and everything. It really looks sort of, I mean, you can tell it's CGI, but it sort of looks like the person that he's impersonating. And he does great impressions. So it's very good. But he just put out an Instagram TV show. It's like a web series, basically, called Starboat.
Starboat.
It's Star Trek. They use clips from Star Trek, you know, the exterior of the Enterprise. Biden is the captain. The crew consists of Ben Shapiro as Spock, Caitlyn Jenner, Jeff Goldblum. Michael Jackson is one of the people they encounter. His Michael Jackson impression I've never seen before. First of all, it looks like Michael Jackson talking.
Right.
The deep fake stuff is so good. And Elon Musk.
And this is on the bridge of the Enterprise?
Yeah. So they encounter Michael Jackson. I won't try and explain the plot. It doesn't really matter. But his impressions are so freaking funny. And, you know, it's very equal opportunity. So it's not like political or anything. But Starboat, Kyle Dunnigan, his Instagram show, absolutely one of the funniest things I've ever seen. And there's 3 episodes out right now.
How long are they?
I think they're about 3 or maybe 4 minutes.
Oh, man, I'm on board. This is right up my alley when I wake up in the morning, right?
Yeah.
It's like, first thing I'm doing now is going to Kyle Dunnigan's Starboat.
It is absolutely hilarious. Kurt Metzger helps write it too, and a couple other people. But when I came across this, I was just overjoyed. And I don't, you know, it's technically streaming, so can I give it a binge?
Oh, yeah.
And I have one other thing
Keep going.
to ask you about.
Oh, no.
I'm putting you on the spot. Putting us on the spot.
All right, go. Go, go.
So the Oscar nominees are out. We'll
Yeah.
talk about those another time.
Okay.
Are we going to do binges or purges that coincide with the Oscars?
No. Because the Oscars are movies, you idiot, and we do TV.
But there's
for the
Netflix.
Now,
half
we're-
of them are Netflix.
You want me to get excited about the power of the dog? Okay,
No, I don't think that's what
that's like you're telling me, okay, here's your homework assignment. Okay, I need you to read War and Peace and let me know what you think about it. I'm like, I have no desire whatsoever to watch The Power of the Dog, but I got to. It's up for Best Picture. It's the most nominated movie this year. I got 2 minutes in and I was like, I can't.
I watched it. It gets worse.
Oh my God. I heard the ending is just like one of those, like, I don't know.
They just started the credits. I think whoever was editing it was like, I'm done.
Oh God.
We don't have to talk about that. My point was, are we going to do an awards of our own?
No, we're waiting to the end of the year.
The end of the year.
Yes.
Okay.
Are you biting at the bit?
Yeah.
Really?
Because we're going to forget all the really good stuff. you know?
Write them down. And guess what? They're recorded. You
Yeah.
can go back and listen to them.
Oh, no, thank you.
They're written. I know. After I edit these things, I'm like, I never want to hear this episode ever again. Destroy it. But they're written down. I write them, the titles of everything we review. And you can look at them and go, oh, I remember liking that.
Okay. So awards show at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We used to do them, well, we've done so many, to coincide with the Emmys.
Right.
We could do that this year. Those are in September instead of having to wait till like December or January.
Okay. We'll figure it out.
Figure that out. But to coincide with the Oscars, absolutely not.
Okay.
All right? Not happening.
Okay.
All right.
Anything that you're looking forward to? I got a couple things.
No, I mentioned I'm going to review, I'm not sure if the next episode, but soon enough I will be reviewing Pam and Tommy on Hulu.
Okay. I'm looking forward to, well, first of all, we have an interview coming maybe next week.
Oh,
maybe
we
the
do.
week after.
I like how you tell me these things on air. Good to know.
I told you this already.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I
So,
just forget it.
so we'll get an interview coming, and we're going to try and do more interviews. So if you have suggestions, email us, message us.
Hey, how about those voicemails, huh?
Oh, yeah. Send some voicemails.
Those have been coming in hot and heavy. We couldn't even play them today. We had so many.
Yeah. Sorry for everyone who's been on hold this whole time.
Let's clear the phone lines. Oh, there was no one there? Really?
One last thing. I'm looking forward very, very much to a Netflix movie called Hustle with Adam Sandler. He plays, I think, a D-League coach, guys that are trying to get into the NBA. I love movies about basketball coaches.
What about that show about the Lakers on HBO?
Nah, I'm not a big NBA guy.
You just said you love basketball.
Well, like children's basketball.
college basketball.
Well, or high school. Yeah.
Oh, geez, Joe. We need to have an intervention.
It's the coaching that I like.
Okay, you like the coaching.
Molding young minds.
Great. And I don't know. That Lakers show on HBO looks good. It looks like it was shot in the 70s. Could be fun. I'm definitely going to watch that and
What's
review
it called?
Winning Time, The Rise of the Lakers Dynasty.
Thanks, Jess.
Okay, I'll check that out too.
All right, let's wrap it up here. My God, we've gone forever today.
Yeah, this is the longest we've ever recorded, I think.
Don't worry, I'll get it down to 15 minutes.
Yeah, well, 40 minutes is sirens.
All right, go.
Okay, recap. We talked about a lot of stuff today. Dimo and I both watched Wolf Like Me, a 6-episode miniseries on Peacock with Josh Gad and Isla Fisher. We both liked it. That was Binge. Marry Me, didn't really even review it. It is what it is. But The Woman in the House Across the Street from the Girl in the Window, which is just as fun to watch as it is to say.
On Netflix.
Kristen Bell, that's a binge. Demo surprisingly liked American Downton Abbey, which is called The Gilded Age on HBO.
I do.
Okay, and apparently they have French accents, or he just took that away from it, I guess.
French American.
Yeah. And then Single Drunk Female, which is on Hulu, coming out weekly because it's on some TV channel.
Freeform.
Yeah, which does everyone get that, or is that like a special?
No, it's a basic cable channel.
Okay, well, it ends up on Hulu, so we reviewed it. That was a definite binge. Sophia Black, D'Elia, definitely a binge herself. And lastly, Demo reviewed Kimi, which is a movie on HBO.
HBO Max.
HBO Max, yes. And he said that was a light purge.
Yeah, I mean, if you come across it, you got time to kill, go for it. But it's not, it ain't no must-see.
Well, I'll tell you what, there's no baseball right now because everything's pushed back. So I've been watching a little bit more streaming than normal.
Well, good, because that's what you're supposed to do for the show.
Yeah, I guess you
know
can't
what I
really
mean?
review preseason games.
You can't.
Okay.
You could try, but I would just say no.
Well, I wish I had the option, and they're not even playing. So anyway, where can they find us?
You can find us on Twitter at Binge or Purge, on Instagram at Binge or Purge Podcast. Email us, for the love of God. Send us your voice messages to bingeorpurge@gmail.com.
It's Binge or Purge Podcast at gmail.com.
We're going to hound on this until we get a plethora of voice messages. So if you want me to stop talking about it, start sending them in. As always, we want to thank Jess the Facts. You can follow Jess the Facts on Instagram at @TheJessieGreer. That's Jessie with a Y.
Thanks, Jess.
So for Joe Taylor, my name is Demo. This has been Binge or Purge Streaming Reviews. Thank you so much for listening, and we will see you next time.